O scattered people on the earth, persons who possesses neither faith nor knowledge, and who are of the doubting nature, suffer a downfall for the skeptical souls. There is no happiness either in this world or the next.
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृताम् धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे.
Oh man, Gita is not a religious book of any person, any particular caste, any particular class, any particular sector, any particular country, or any orthodox ideological person. Rather, it is for every caste, every religion, the four varnas, born of most lower family, the greatest sinner, or more than the sinner, of every age, every man and woman, that is for all. Truly, the Gita is the religious book of the entire human race, and it is a matter of great pride that the Gita is your religious book. Scattered people on this earth. This program is such a journey that will change your life. This journey will take you to the destination of salvation and happiness. Watch this program comfortably. Observe and go with it while watching. Do not allow the mind to inquire or analyze it. Do listen to the word and get immersed into the word, and listen to the words one by one and drown in the words. Just keep listening to the words and keep watching whether you reach the destination or not. It is only for you. You are a drop of light in this creation. You all have only one search, the door of salvation and the attainment of salvation, as well as the search for blissful life on this earth, good health, infinite peace, knowledge of good fortune, and eternal life. In any case, the joy of salvation. To achieve all these things, happiness and eternal peace, every human seeks Gurudev. But can you find it? Yes, it can be achieved. These all are possible only when the authorized Guru or Son of God arrives on this earth. It is the Adi Sri Arun who is Son of God. By following whose path, you will achieve all these things, because Adi Sri Arun is the only way. So, let's start the journey.
Today we have thanked the Almighty We glorify you from deep within. Shower us with your blessings. Prabhu, shower us with your blessings. Prabhu, shower us with your blessings. Today we have thanked the Almighty. Prabhu, we are your devotees. We glorify you from deep within. Shower us with your blessings. Prabhu, shower us with your blessings. Prabhu, shower us with your blessings. Created all of us, only you can quench our thirst.
Lead us the path of righteousness and bless us with happiness.
Prabhu, bless us with happiness. Prabhu, bless us with happiness. Today we have thanked the Almighty. Prabhu, we are your devotees. We glorify you from deep within. Shower us with your blessings. Prabhu, shower us with your blessings. Prabhu, shower us with your blessings. You're our heavenly Bhagavan. Help us to love everyone.
Rid our hearts of jealousy and let us always be your devotees.
Prabhu, let us always be your devotees. Prabhu, let us always be your devotees. Today we have thanked the Almighty. Prabhu, we are your devotees. We glorify you from deep within. Shower us with your blessings. Prabhu, shower us with your blessings. Prabhu, shower us with your blessings. Mahesh and Vishnu, your love is pure and true.
Help us to protect our dharma and purify our karma.
Prabhu, purify our karma. Prabhu, purify our karma. Today we have thanked the Almighty. Prabhu, we are your devotees. We glorify you from deep within. Shower us with your blessings. Prabhu, shower us with your blessings. Prabhu, shower us with your blessings. Prabhu, shower us with your blessings.
ईश्वर पुत्र आदि श्री अरुण, तेरा ब्रह्म ज्ञान व्यापक था, व्यापक है, व्यापक रहे। ब्रह्म ज्ञान रूपाय विश्व उत्पत्त्यादि हेत्वे तापत्रय विनाशाय आदि श्री वयं नमः। जो ब्रह्म ज्ञान रूप हैं, जो इस जगत की उत्पत्ति, स्थिति और विनाश के कारण हैं, तथा तीन तापों को नाश करने वाले हैं, उस ईश्वर पुत्र आदिश्री अरुण को नमस्कार करता हूँ।
Son of God Adi Shri Arun, I have come to consult you with the inspiration of Kal administration.
Hey Devi, welcome to the consultation room.
Now you should start preparing to compete with Kali Purush from today itself. That's why I have come to your service. Now you order your warriors to destroy Kali Purush and his representative. Now don't waste your time giving instructions to people.
You have made me aware of the time fixed by the Kal administration. It is a very good thing. There is no wastage of time in preaching to the people. This incarnation of mine is embodiment of perfect love. This is the time for me to play love among my devotees, in which I have to make people realize that first of all God loved man and not man. The whole world is the result of the attraction of this love.
But what is its purpose in today's politics?
Its purpose is man has to learn that without love there is no creation. And even if the creation is done, then without love the life of man is incomplete. Politics alone does not fulfill life, nor is it the goal of life. The ultimate goal of the life is love, only love, because from there the path of devotion begins.
That's all fine, but in today's time, America is a superpower. But except America, 3 more countries are dreaming of becoming a superpower. Today's politics says that there are many powerful countries developed with many atomic bombs which are ruled by the representative of Kali Purush. She is sitting ready to make this earth human void. These powers should be destroyed before those countries make this earth humanless.
Let this time come.
But when will that time come, Son of God?
It's about to come, but not now. Now is the time for the complete love Leela of Son of God Adisri Arun. Before starting the Leela of destruction, the Son of God Adisri Arun wants to give this message to the human beings that ultimately love is the basis of the creation and love is the essence of the world.
मेरे जो भी भक्त हैं सब है नातेदार, सब है नातेदार, ये मेरे सब है नातेदार। लोगों ये अवतार हैं आदि श्री अवतार, लोगों ये अवतार हैं आदि श्री अवतार, आदि श्री अवतार, आदि श्री अवतार, आदि श्री अवतार, आदि श्री अवतार। संपूर्ण प्रेम अवतार, संपूर्ण प्रेम अवतार, संपूर्ण प्रेम अवतार, श्री आदि श्री अवतार। बंधु सखा और मात पिता कह जुड़े अनेकों नाते, हो बंधु सखा और मात पिता कह जुड़े अनेकों नाते। बालक समझ के पल न झुलाते, प्रेम से भोग लगाते। तुम ही हो घट घट के वासी, तुम ही हो घट घट के वासी। पार्थ सारथी बन के सुनाया, पार्थ सारथी बन के सुनाया गीता का सब सार, गीता का सब सार। जो भी मेरे भक्त हैं सब हैं नातेदार, जो भी मेरे भक्त हैं सब हैं नातेदार। आदि श्री अवतार, आदि श्री अवतार, आदि श्री संपूर्ण प्रेम अवतार, संपूर्ण प्रेम अवतार, संपूर्ण प्रेम अवतार, श्री आदि श्री अवतार। प्रेम से जो है निभाते, जो मुझको है भाव से ध्याते। ओ प्रेम के नाते जो है निभाते, जो मुझको है भाव से ध्याते। वो मुझको हर रूप में पाते, जो भी मेरी शरण में आते। आदि श्री घट घट के वासी, तुम ही हो घट घट के वासी। काम क्रोध मद लोभ न भाए, काम क्रोध मद लोभ न भाए। मैं हूँ प्रेम आधार, तुम हो प्रेम आधार। भक्त हैं सब हैं नातेदार, जो भी मेरे भक्त हैं सब हैं नातेदार। प्रेम ही भक्ति, प्रेम ही पूजा, प्रेम ही भक्ति, प्रेम ही पूजा। प्रेम ही भक्ति, प्रेम ही पूजा। आदि श्री अवतार, आदि श्री अवतार, आदि श्री अवतार, आदि श्री अवतार। संपूर्ण प्रेम अवतार, संपूर्ण प्रेम अवतार। प्रेम ही भक्ति, प्रेम ही पूजा। आदि श्री अवतार, आदि श्री अवतार, आदि श्री अवतार, आदि श्री अवतार। संपूर्ण प्रेम अवतार, संपूर्ण प्रेम अवतार। संपूर्ण प्रेम अवतार, श्री आदि श्री अवतार। संपूर्ण प्रेम अवतार, संपूर्ण प्रेम अवतार। संपूर्ण प्रेम अवतार, संपूर्ण प्रेम अवतार।
प्रेम ही सब वेदों
Wow, wow. What is the explanation of the supreme power in the words of music? The words of music of a musician like you. In fact, only the foresight of the musician can transcend the limits of the time and see the supreme power that is eternal.
बजाओगे राधा गोरी, ऐसा मौसम है, ऐसा मौसम है। उतर कर अंबर से तारे, झिलमिल झिलमिल कर प्यारे,
सुंदर राजकुमार बनकर रास करते हैं हिलमिल सारे।
ये कितना दिव्य नजारा है,
प्यारा स्वर्ग हमारा है। राधा पूछे शाम से, राधा पूछे शाम से, कह दो कहाँ कैसा मौसम है।
सोने जैसे दिन और चांद जैसी रात हैं, सोने जैसे दिन और चांद जैसी रात हैं,
हीरो के महल पे जवाहर की बरसात।
सोने जैसे दिन और चांद जैसी रात हैं, सोने जैसे जैसे दिन और चांदी जैसी रातें हैं।
हीरो के महल पे जवाहर की बरसाते हैं। सिर पर मोर मुकुट धारे, बेकल जमुना किनारे।
है सुंदर राजकुंवर बनकर रास करते हैं हिलमिल सारे। सोने जैसे दिन और चांदी जैसी रातें हैं। सोने जैसे दिन और चांदी जैसी रातें हैं।
हीरो के महल पे जवाहर की बरसाते।
सोने जैसे दिन और चांदी जैसी रातें हैं। सोने जैसे दिन और चांदी जैसी रातें हैं।
हीरो के महल पे जवाहर की बरसाते हैं। सिर पर मोर मुकुट धारे, बेकल जमुना किनारे।
है सुंदर राजकुंवर बनकर रास करते हैं हिलमिल सारे। सुन के खो जाओगी राधा गोरी, ऐसा मौसम है। पावन मुखड़ों पे प्यारी मुस्कान है। पावन मुखड़ों पे प्यारी मुस्कान है।
बागों में बहारों में ये सुख की भरी खामें। बागों में बहारों में ये सुख की भरी खामें।
फसा में हम मन के गुब्बारे, दिशा में खुशी के फुवारे। है सुंदर राजकुंवर बनकर रास करते हैं हिलमिल सारे। ओ
राधा पूछे शाम से, हो राधा पूछे शाम से, कह दो कन्हा कैसा मौसम है।
दुनिया बनानी ऐसी किसने पुकारा है। दुनिया बनानी ऐसी किसने पुकारा है। बेहद गगन हो जैसे मिलता इशारा है।
सुखद संकल्प यही धारे, नयन वही नवयुग निहारे।
है देवी राजकुंवर बनकर रास करते हैं हिलमिल सारे। ओ
राधा पूछे शाम से, कह दो कन्हा कैसा मौसम है। ओ राधा पूछे शाम से, कह दो कन्हा कैसा मौसम है।
हो सुन के खो जाओगे राधा गोरी, ऐसा मौसम है। ओ ऐसा मौसम है। 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 ऐसा मौसम है।
कौन था ये? कोई दिव्य शक्ति थी, महाशक्ति। बस तुम्हें भी ऐसी ही दुनिया बनानी है।
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृताम् धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे संभवामि युगे युगे
Oh man, this radiant Updesh of Gita from Son of God Adisri Arun will stop every storm that arises in your life. Oh man, Gita is the theology of the entire human race, in which every question arising in the mind of every human being has an answer, and solution of every problems of human life is hidden. Now, Arjuna wants to know about Prakriti and Purusha, Kshetra and Kshetragya, and knowledge and goal of knowledge. It is a good thing to acquire knowledge, but what is the goal of knowledge and why to acquire it? Very few people pay attention to this. Arjuna wants to know about this. Many great sagas have told the element of Kshetra and Kshetragya. Many sagas have told these different mantras by distributing in the department. Even the elements of Kshetra and Kshetragya have been told by the verses of Brahma Sutras. Oh man, this body is the Kshetra. Kshetra means field. Just as the fruits of the seeds sown in the field appear on time, in the same way, fruits of seeds as a result of action sown in this body from appear on time. The person who knows this is called Kshetragya. Where something happens is called body or region. And where there is an effect or effect of this being, it is called Kshetragya. Arjuna wants to know spiritual knowledge and philosophy. Spiritual knowledge and elemental knowledge is that which leads to realization with God. After this knowledge, only God is visible and nothing else. What is spiritual knowledge? The knowledge by which the self and the non-self can be known. The name of that knowledge is spiritual knowledge. Now the question arises that what is knowledge and what is ignorance? Seeing the eternal position in spiritual knowledge and God as the meaning of Tattva Gyan, all this knowledge and what is opposite is ignorance. But the purpose of knowing this is to attain to the only God. Gita gives satisfactory answer to all these things. Oh man, The Gita and its knowledge is continuously flowing and will continue to flow. You just need to bath in the Ganges of this knowledge of Gita. So, are you ready to take bath in the Gyan Ganga of Gita? So come. Now let me begin the journey of radiance Updesh of Gita chapter 13.
आदि श्री देने चले भक्तों को जब ज्ञान, ब्रह्म ज्ञान में खो गए, केंद्रित हो गया ध्यान, केंद्रित हो गया ध्यान। जब देने को चल दिए आदि श्री जी ज्ञान, भक्त ध्यान में खो गए, केंद्रित हो गया ध्यान, केंद्रित हो गया ध्यान। ब्रह्मा जागे नारद चौंके, ब्रह्मा जागे नारद चौंके, त्रिभुवन में कौतूहल जागा। चारों दिशाएं शांत हुई और ध्यान धारा पे सभी का लागा। चारों दिशाएं शांत हुई और ध्यान धारा पे सभी का लागा। गीता का महाज्ञान सुनने को, गीता का महाज्ञान सुनने को शिव ने ध्यान समाधि त्यागा। एक अर्जुन के निमित्त मिलेगा, एक अर्जुन के निमित्त मिलेगा, ज्ञानामृत सबको बिनु मांगा। आदि श्री प्रेम अवतार, जय जय प्रेम अवतार। आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि, आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि, आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि, आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि। आदि श्री प्रेम अवतार, जय जय प्रेम अवतार। आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि, जय जय प्रेम अवतार। आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि, आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि, आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि, आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि। आदि श्री प्रेम अवतार, जय जय प्रेम अवतार। आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि, आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि, आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि, आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि। आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि, आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि। आदि श्री प्रेम अवतार, जय जय प्रेम अवतार। आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि, आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि। आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि, आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि, आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि, आदि श्री जय जय कल्कि।
man, the Gita and its knowledge is continuously flowing through marriages and will continue to flow in the future. Today, I will present it to you in your language in such a way that it becomes a part of your life. Arjuna's questions are not over yet, and Lord Krishna's answers are not over either. Arjuna wants to know about Prakriti and Purush, Kshetra and Kshetragya, and knowledge and the goal of knowledge. So let's now listen to the radiant Updesh of Gita, chapter 13, which is called Kshetra Kshetragya Department Yoga. O man, it is a good thing to acquire knowledge, but what is the goal of knowledge and why should it be acquired? Many people pay attention to this thing. People hear about the goal every day but understand less. Today, I, the son of God Adishri Arun, will tell about them. This body is the Kshetra. Kshetra means field. Just as the fruits of the seed sown in the field appear on time, in the same way, the fruits of the seed, as a result of the actions sown in this body form, appear on certain time. The person who knows this, he is called Kshetragya. Where something happens is called body or region. And where there is an effect or effect of this being, it is called Kshetragya. The matter is very subtle. That is very fine. This has to be understood very carefully. Oh man, you are different from what happens in your body. As if any disorder arises inside the body, it affects you. That's why you are a fielder. For example, if manure, seed, and water is added to the field, then its effect falls on its crop. In the same way, whatever you do with your body, when you put good or bad sanskars in it, it affects you. That is, it falls on your karma. Many great sages have told the element of Kshetra and Kshetragya. Many sages have told this by different mantras by distributing it in the department. Even by the verses of the Brahma Sutras, the element of Kshetra and Kshetragya has been told. This means that now I, the son of God Adishri Arun, will tell you the same thing that Vedanta, Maharshi and Brahma Sutra also says. O man, Pancham Bhuta, that is, fire, water, air, sky, and earth is in the form of this region. Along with the 5 great elements, ego and intellect are the basic nature of man, and the 10 senses are the disorders that form the nature of which area of man. Apart from all this, desire, hatred, pleasure, and pain, body of the gross body, consciousness, and patience are also the disorders of the field. In other words, the 5 elements, the ego, the intellect, and the original nature, and the 10 senses, one mind, and the objects of the 5 senses, that is words, touch, form, taste, and smell, are all disorders of the field. O man, the means by which you deal with this world are in a way considered to be all those disorders. The good or good sown in this area of your body field grows in the form of sanskars. Like a farmer reaps his fields, in the same way you reap your sanskars and your karma. O man, what happens when the Kshetragya, who understands the element of the field, that is lack of pride of superiority, absence of conceit, not torturing any living being in any way, forgiveness, simplicity of mind, speech, etc., service to the Guru with reverence, devotion, the inner and outer purification, the stability of the conscience and the control of the body with the mind senses, lack of attachment to all the pleasures of this world and the hereafter, and also the absence of ego, repeatedly thinking of sorrows and defects in birth, death, old age, and diseases, etc. Lack of attachment to son, wife, home, and money, etc. Absence of affection, and always being equal in the attainment of dear and unpleasant. In me, the Supreme Lord, by the exclusive yoga of adulterous devotion, and the nature of living in a solitary and pure country, and the absence of love in the community of men who are obsessed. O man, first of all you should know that what is spiritual knowledge. the knowledge by which the self and the non-self can be known, the name of that knowledge is spiritual knowledge. Now the question arises that what is the knowledge and what is ignorance? Seeing the eternal position in spiritual knowledge and God as the meaning of Tattva Gyan, all this is knowledge and what is opposite is ignorance. Spiritual knowledge and elemental knowledge is that which leads to the realization with God. After this knowledge, only God is visible and nothing else. In this way, spiritual knowledge and Tattva Gyan are just these two knowledge and nothing else. Whatever is the opposite of these is ignorance, such as pride, violence, etc. Ignorance takes us away from spirituality and essence. Spiritual knowledge and Tattva Gyan brings closer to truth. O man, I, the son of God Adishri Arun, opening the mystery one by one. I am telling the biggest secrets, that is secrets one by one. I want to tell you only that which is worth knowing and knowing which one attains ecstasy. I tell you a very complicated thing about Parbrahm or Supreme God, that this eternal Parbrahm is neither true nor false. It has no etc. That which is always there is Parbrahm or Supreme Lord. He is a fact. He is the only one God, that is Supreme Lord. When this Parbrahm or Supreme God is alone, then there is Sat. That is, truth means true, but then true when man got into it. So now, who should tell the truth, to whom, and to whom it is false? Because now both have become one together. O man, I am now explaining Parbrahm. You listen carefully. That which is worth knowing and knowing whom one attains bliss, I will say that well. That eternal supreme Brahman is said to be neither true nor untrue. He has hands and feet on all sides, eyes, head and mouth on all sides, and ears on all sides, because he is situated in the world pervading all. He is the knower of all the objects of the senses, but in reality he is devoid of all senses, and even though he is devoid of attachment, he is the sustainer of all and enjoys the qualities even though he is nirgun. He is perfect outside and inside of all beings and is the same constant. And it is indescribable by being subtle, and it is situated in the very near and far away also. O man, now the question arises that who is called the unknowable? Just as the water situated in the rays of the sun, being subtle, does not come into the knowledge of ordinary human beings. Now the question arises that what is the meaning of very near? That God is perfect everywhere and very close to being the soul of all. O man, for the faithless, ignorant men, this God is far away because of not knowing. Even though he is as perfect as the sky in one form without the divine division, the pastoral seems to be situated in a split among all the beings. Just as Mahakash, which is situated without divisions, appears as separate in parts, similarly God, being situated equally in all beings, appears as a separate entity. And that knowable God is the sustainer of the ghosts from the form of Vishnu, and the destroyer from the form of Rudra, and the creator of all from the form of Brahma. He is also said to be the light even of lights, that is said to be beyond darkness, knowledge, the knowable, the goal of knowledge. It is specially situated in the heart of everyone. O man, in this way the nature of the field and the knowledge and the knowable God are summed up. Knowing this from the element, my devotee attains my form. Prakriti and Purush know both of them from the beginning and know the vices of attachment and aversion, and also the three gun things that arise from nature. O man, I told you about Kshetra Gyan and knowable God. Knowing this form, the element, my devotee attains my form. O man, truly I tell you that your body is the field. Just as seeds are sown in the field, in the same way sanskars are sown in your body, for which you get the fruit. The greatest knowledge is to know the part of that Brahman which is inside you and outside you. After attaining this knowledge, the way to attain God opens. Then man understands that this is the only way to attain God, or this is the only way to merge himself in that God. Oh man, now the question arises, what is work? Sky, air, fire, water, and earth and words, touch, form, taste, smell, their name is action. The second question arises that who is called Karan? The intellect, the ego, the mind, and the ears, the skin, the taste, the eyes, and the smell, and the speech, the hands, the feet, the appearance, and the anus, these 13 are named Karan. Prakriti is said to produce action, and the soul is said to be in the enjoyment of pleasures and sorrows, that is, to enjoy. In other words, it can be said that as the producer of the effect and the instruments, Prakriti is said to be the cause, as experiencing pleasure and pain, Purush is said to be the cause. Only a person who is situated in nature enjoys the three gunas of nature, and the association of these qualities is the reason for this soul to take birth in good and bad species. Only a person who is situated in nature enjoys the three gunas of nature, and the association of these qualities is the reason for this soul to take birth in good and bad species. O man, with the association of Sattvagun in the Dev Yoni, with the association of Rajogun, a human is born in the vagina, and by the association of Tamogun, animals, etc. This soul situated in this body is actually God. It has been said that from being a witness, being a seer, and giving accurate advice, from being a giver, from being the sustainer of all, from being the giver of all, being the enjoyer from the form of a living being, being the master of Brahma, etc., Maheshwar, and being the pure, true, and pure God, it has been said, O man, in this way a man who knows Purush and Prakriti along with his qualities from the element does not take birth again even after performing his duties in all respects. Some people see that God in the heart through meditation with a purified subtle intellect, others through Gyan Yoga, and others through Karma Yoga, that is, they attain it. But other than these, that is, those who are retarded, they worship accordingly only after hearing from others. That is, those who know the essence and those hearing conscious men undoubtedly get immersed in the world ocean in the form of death. All the immovable and movable beings that are born, you know them to be born only by the combination of Kshetra and Kshetragya. The man who perishes and sees the Supreme Lord does not destroy himself through himself, seeing the Supreme God situated equally in all. By this, he attains the supreme speed, and the man who sees all the works being done by nature in all respects and sees the soul as the doer, he sees the reality. The moment this Purush sees the different spirits of being situated in one Supreme God and the expansion of all beings from that God, at that very moment he attains to the Satchidanandan Ghan Brahm. O man, being eternal and being Nirgun, this imperishable God, even though he is situated in the body, in reality neither does anything nor does he indulge. Just as the sky which is everywhere is not engulfed because of being subtle, similarly the soul situated everywhere in the body, being Nirgun, does not get engrossed in the qualities of the body. O man, just as a single sun illuminates this entire universe, similarly the same soul illuminates the entire region. In this way, those men who know the difference between the field and the Kshetragya and to be free from the nature with the work, through the eyes of the Tattva, those Mahatmas attain to the supreme soul. O man, this was the radiant Updesh of Gita, chapter 13, in which I explained your dilemma and explained the path which will lead you to God. This knowledge is the link between this world and that world. Oh man, today you heard chapter 13 of Radiant Updesh of Gita, and here you give permission to your son of God Adishri Arun. Now next Thursday I will come again in front of you with the 14th chapter of Radiant Updesh of Gita. On that day you will be ready to go on the journey of the 14th chapter of Radiant Updesh of Gita. Till then you wait. Thank you. Oh man, in the beginning of creation, God created the whole world from one part of His soul, from which all the incarnations come to the earth from time to time. And the remaining 3 part of that God's soul was left in the space. Now the question arises that what will be the use of that 3 part of the God's soul which was left in the space? When all the incarnations that have come on earth to establish the dharma or righteousness in all 4 stages will fail in doing so, then that 3 part will come after descending on the earth and will establish dharma or righteousness by bringing dharma in all 4 stages. In Treta Yuga, Lord Ram could not establish dharma or righteousness in all 4 stages on the earth. In Dwapar Yuga, Lord Krishna, who is known as the complete incarnation, both of them too could not establish righteousness in all 4 stages on the earth. So, the question arises that who will come now to establish dharma or righteousness in all 4 stages? Because the arrival of the complete incarnation has already happened, then this becomes a matter to think about. But man does not take steps to think in this direction. The remaining 3 part of God's soul will come after incarnating on earth, which was earlier left in the space. That 3 part is called as the 23rd Maha-Avatar of Virat Purush. He is called by the name Adi Shri Arun. He manifested himself in many forms according to the need, and he is also known by the name of the complete incarnation. Today, he is going to give you that knowledge which you would have never heard of before. Its sentiment or theme has been threaded in 7 notes of music which you will get a chance to listen.
Thank you.
बहती रहेगी ताकि गंगा, बहती रहे गीता की गंगा, भक्ति और धर्म की धारा, भक्ति और धर्म की धारा, आदि श्री के संग गंगा में करता रहा स्नान जग सारा, करता रहा स्नान जग सारा, धर्म अधर्म के भेद भुलाकर तू मेरी शरणागत हो जा, तू मेरी शरणागत हो जा, सब पापों से सब पापों से मुक्ति दूंगा, शोक न कर मेरी भक्ति में खो जा, शोक न कर मेरी भक्ति में खो जा, शोक न कर मेरी भक्ति में खो जा, धर्म अधर्म सब वेदों से न्यारे, धर्म अधर्म सब वेदों से न्यारे, अमर है गीता के सारे, अमर है गीता के बोल सारे। आदि श्री का ज्ञान है न्यारा, आदि श्री का ज्ञान है न्यारा, आदि श्री का ज्ञान है न्यारा। ब्रह्म ज्ञान के बोल है न्यारे, आदि श्री का ज्ञान है न्यारा। ब्रह्म ज्ञान के बोल है न्यारे। हे नाथ नारायण कल की देवा, श्री कल की कल युग में नाम तुम्हारे, श्री कल की कल युग में नाम तुम्हारे। हे नाथ नारायण कल की देवा, एकमात्र आदि श्री हमारे, हाँ एकमात्र आदि श्री हमारे। हे नाथ नारायण कल की देवा, हे नाथ नारायण कल की देवा, श्री कल की कलयुग में नाम तुम्हारे, श्री कल की कलयुग में नाम तुम्हारे। हे नाथ नारायण कल की देवा, हे नाथ नारायण कल की देवा। हरे कल की, हरे कल की, कल की कल की, हरे हरे, हरे कल की, हरे कल की, कल की कल की, हरे हरे, कल की कल की, कल की कल की, कल की कल की, हरे हरे, कल की कल की, कल की कल की, कल की कल की, हरे हरे, हरे हरे, कल की हरे हरे, हरे हरे, कल की हरे हरे। जय आदि श्री, जय जय कल की, 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 जय आदि श्री, जय जय कल की।